need to understand that there is never ever going to be someone who is identical to you, and you are never going to become someone who is identical to someone else. Comparison destroys your personality, your sense of being, your authenticity, who you are as a person. It literally destroys the essence of who you are. Hi, my name is Emmy. Thank you for coming back to my channel, and thank you for watching this video. When you are constantly comparing yourself, nothing is ever going to be enough for you. Somebody can come along and give you the body that you want, or the money that you want, or the possessions that you want. You're gonna find something else to compare yourself to, because nothing will ever be enough. You'll never appreciate the things that you have, because to you, in your eyes, it's not enough. How are you ever going to be authentic if you're not acting like yourself? How are you ever going to form a sense of self, a sense of being, and figure out who you are in this world if you're living in the shoes of another person? We've all dealt with comparison. Unfortunately, we all have been there. We all know what it feels like, and it fucking sucks. It's hard not to sometimes. We're surrounded by social media. We're surrounded by the appearance of others online, what they do with their life, the things that they own, the way they live their life. And when you see that, you can't help but compare because someone is doing better than you. Just because we sometimes feel that way and we sometimes compare ourselves doesn't mean that we have to stay in that cycle. I know personally, the things that I was comparing myself for with other people and how they looked, how I looked, the things they had, the things I didn't have, where does this stem from? Like, where does comparison come from? I know within myself and within a lot of people, it comes from lack of gratitude. When you are comparing yourself to someone else, all you are thinking about is everything you don't have, and you overlook everything you do have. And what you do have doesn't feel like enough. We get to a point to where we get used to the things we have, and we sometimes expect those things because we've been with them for so long. But life can change in a second, and the things that we have now, we cannot have in a week. And some of the things that you have now that you overlook can be what other people are wishing and wanting so badly for themselves. Just the device that you are probably watching this video on, there are hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people who don't have access to that. And it's something we overlook because it's so normal for us now. Having that lack of gratitude, you're always going to have that lack mentality. Someone can come along and do you the biggest favor in the world or do something good for you, and it's not going to seem like enough for you. Or you're going to compare that experience to an experience someone else is having, and it's just not going to be enough. So becoming aware of that mentality you could be having is crucial to begin to reverse the cycle of comparison and end that cycle and that loop so that it stops forming. I've also realized within myself that sometimes comparison can come from a victim mentality, or it can come from your insecurities, like, why do they get this? Why don't I get that? Why does this happen to them? Why does those things not happen to me? Like, it's always why them and why not you, and nothing is ever going to be enough. Once again, I know personally when I catch myself comparing myself to another person and the things they have, or being online and comparing myself to whoever I'm watching, in that moment I like to take a step back, put my phone down, and list 3 things that I am grateful for. Really realizing what is the cause of your comparison, what is the cause of you comparing yourself so much, having an idea of what you're feeling in that moment, because we can't control our feelings, but we can control how we respond to them. And whenever you're in a situation of you comparing yourself and your life to others, be aware of the way you're acting in that moment. Be aware of what you're thinking, of what you're saying, of what you're doing, and really ask yourself if this is how you want to live for the rest of your life. Where is this gonna get me? Where is living like this gonna get me? With any dilemma we are in, The first step is always acknowledging it and wanting to break it, or wanting to change, or wanting more for yourself. You are in a negative cycle that you want to break. You are in a negative relationship with yourself and the things around you and your feelings and the people around you that you need to start to build. And nothing changes if nothing changes. You have to do something in order to break that cycle and start to reprogram the way you think about yourself and of others. When I catch myself comparing myself to someone else, I like to ask myself, is this person someone who is doing better than me or inspiring me to do better and is living the lifestyle or the life that I want? If the answer is no, why the hell am I comparing myself to them in the first place? If the answer is yes, let's use that feeling of comparison and brainstorm things that we can do in our life now in order to have the future that we eventually want to have. If you're comparing yourself to someone who is above you or doing better than you and you want to be on their level in a positive way, if they are people who inspire you to want to do better or be better, look at the way they're living their life. Are they waking up early? Are they going out every weekend? Are they reading? Are they someone who cares about their body? Like, look at the way they're living their life and see how you can begin to implement some of those changes in your life so you can become a better version of yourself. The biggest thing I really want you to understand is that if you don't change the relationship you have with comparison, it will destroy you. It will destroy your personality. It will destroy your sense of being. It will destroy the relationship you have with yourself, with the people around you, with society, with the earth, with the universe. Like, it will literally damage you in every way, shape, or form. If you catch yourself comparing yourself physically, look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself 3 things that you love about yourself. When you wake up in the morning, write 3 things that you are grateful for. Understand that the possessions you have, they're a privilege. Not everyone has the privilege to have an iPhone. Not everybody has the privilege to have a car or a house or parents that are alive. Like, what you have is a privilege. Stop taking advantage of it and be grateful for it. Thank you for watching this video. I love you, and I will see you in the next one.